You're listening to the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast.
What is up, everybody? You are checking out the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. I'm your host, the Hot Commodity and C, joined by my own Hot Commodity and our WWE pay-per-view champion, the Hot Commodity's Hot Commodity. And today we are giving you our WWE Backlash 2024 official predictions. Backlash is going to be live in Lyon, France, May 4th, 2024.
And that, my friends, is not a prediction.
Spoiler, respect. You'll be defending your championship here. How do you think? What do you think? Don't give me your favorite match. Don't go over the matches, but what do you think of the card here? There's one,
I think,
five.
honestly, I think we pretty much have the same opinion.
Yeah, I do too. This is a very predictable card.
It's very,
but
there's only one match I'm a little up.
I say it's predictable, but then I lost last time. So, but I will get my title.
But it was WrestleMania.
And you
And it
cheated.
was 2 nights.
Yes.
And I cheated.
See, there you go. So we're going to cover the first match from Backlash. It's the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship.
I fly, I cheat, I steal.
Eddie Guerrero. Well, you're from you're Portuguese, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so they speak Portuguese.
Yeah. Not Spanish. I know where you were going with.
Well, that's why I was like what is
Portuguese.
Are you still? Is it still Latino?
No, I don't know.
Okay, well, if I offend anybody, I don't give a fuck. My Latino geek, my Portuguese geek. Oh God! So that,
Portuguese.
try saying that 10 times fast. No, Portuguese 10 times. Portuguese. Oh, God, Jesus.
Portuguese sheets.
There you go. All right, so the women's tag champions, the Kabuki Warriors, which is Kairi Sane and Asuka, will be defending against, we call them Black Girl Magic, which is Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. Bianca has had damage control since 2021, fucking with her.
I would literally bet if I had $1 million, I would bet
on this one, really? So, okay, so Bianca and Jade,
they need to give Jade something. She's from their fucking house. Everybody loves her. They're gonna give her a championship, and like what they said on the podcast we were listening to yesterday. Honestly, I don't think it's a good move for her because the women's tag team championships just aren't that spectacular right now, but maybe it'll elevate it. I think they really need to put them out there every week, and we need to see some better women's tag teams. Like we need to see some like high card women like teaming up to go against them. Like we can't be like seeing them versus Chelsea, like like Chelsea and Piper are great, but they're like Jade Cargill would destroy Chelsea. Like we need to see them have some more confidence.
Well, the thing that I worry about with my prediction is that because it's so predictable, what if Kabuki Warriors like win by DQ? I feel like because they are so predictable to win, I have a feeling they might not. Especially with Bianca Belair saying that hopefully by Backlash she'll be done with damage control.
That means it's just the beginning.
Right? Or I mean, I don't know though, because then you have Jade Cargill who would then lose a match. And do you want to have her lose a match right away? So I'm going to go with the only other thing too is right now, like the Kabuki Warriors, I think they're the only champions who like were from the era before Paul took over. You know what I'm saying? Like once Paul at WrestleMania, you got all new. I mean, Rhea was still champion, but in this new era, you got Damian Priest, Sami Zayn, um, Cody Rhodes, Bayley. All of them have lost their titles. So I just wonder if, because of that, they're going to keep that streak going and say, okay, we're going to drop it to Jade and Bianca, or if they're going to say, this is super predictable, we can drag out this confrontation for a couple months.
Right, and they could make it so they really want those belts. It would make those belts better if they fought for a women's title.
But I just worry that they're going to go with, well, we don't want a big star like Jade to lose in her first. I mean, but Jade doesn't need to lose the match, you know? But it still counts as a loss to her. So who do you think? What team?
Yeah,
do you
but
think?
then they say she hasn't been in.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm going with Black Girl Magic.
Black Girl Magic, and you don't think it's going to be a? Okay, I'm going to go with you. I have a feeling that there's going to be antics, but I don't know.
Damage control is kind of.
I'm just getting nervous that
Damage control is kind of small right now. Io's not really around.
and
wait, was she
also
there last night?
no. Something else to think about too is they were drafted to Raw Damage Control, so that might be a whole fresh start for them. You know, they don't need the win. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't really need. I feel like Bianca and Jay need it more because they're both on SmackDown, and if they're not a team, then they're fighting each other. That could be something that happens too. Bianca might be pissed that they lose a match, and then she calls out Jade. Bianca's had this sort of like mean girl streak lately. If you noticed.
I do think Bianca's going to turn heel. I think we're going to see Bianca and Jade at maybe like SummerSlam and WrestleMania. But it's not going to happen this quick. I think part of seeing Bianca and Jade is having them be a tag team. It's having them be tag team champions, and then them getting into a fight and going.
Well, speaking of fights, our next tag match, we have the newly formed Bloodline, Tama Tonga and Solo Sikoa versus Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. They're going by the Team RKO name. Bloodline has just been a thorn in everyone's side for over 3 years. After WrestleMania, we haven't seen Roman. Solo Sikoa has sort of taken over the role as Tribal Chief, attacking Jimmy Uso, bringing Tama Tonga into the Bloodline, calling him the MFT, which we don't know what that means.
We think it means my family tree.
But this is the first time we're going to see Tama Tonga in action in a WWE ring. There's a lot of speculation that we might get a new member of the Bloodline. Jacob Fatu, yeah. I don't really know much about. I've heard about him, but I don't know. He's almost like an Umaga, like he's like a.
Let's hear about Fatu. Oh no, that's the family.
That's yeah, and that was Rikishi. Rikishi used to go by Fatu back then. I'm a big fan of Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. They're gonna have a good.
Don't get me wrong. I want Randy Orton and Kevin Owens to win, but I feel the Bloodline is going to win.
Yeah, I think they're going to win. I think someone's going to get involved. It would be stupid if Randy and Kevin were able to stop them right away, because then it's like, what, they're not strong.
Right.
So even though, or do you really think though we're going to get Jacob, or do you think it's just a swerve and they're going to have someone else? Like, what do you really think we're going to get?
I do think we're going to get him. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, and I'm getting kind of like, they keep teasing about like Rikishi coming back, and they asked if he was going to come back at WrestleMania, and he was like, I'm going to be down the street, because there was some other wrestling promo going on, and he showed up at the Hall of Fame and he did nothing.
Well, because I mean, I'm not trying to be mean. Rikishi can't do anything.
No, I know.
Like,
I don't know. I'm not saying you should come back and do a match, but like I thought they were going to put him in the storyline somehow.
And they like, I don't even understand why they tease it. Like, it's not that big of
Well,
a.
because it's not really WWE. It's the stupid fans that write to him on Twitter. They're like, "Oh, are we going to see you?" And then he responds and he says something stupid like, "Oh, I'll be down." But they do it to just fuck with the fans. Like,
Yeah.
it's not like they like it would be like, for
Like,
example,
it would be cool, but like, it's not that big.
Trish Stratus just posted a picture where she's like heading to Europe. Do you know for what? Question mark. And it's her smiling in a bikini. Like, they do it all the time to sort of make you think, oh, are they going to show up? It's something like that's just what they do. Yeah. Type of deal. And he's trying to keep his name out there. Like, if you don't, I mean, if you're not a big wrestling fan, you don't really know who Rikishi is. I mean, they never show him, they never talk about him, so keep your name out there. Yeah. But they should use him because he's in the Hall of Fame. But all right, next we have the triple threat match for the WWE Women's Championship. The newly women's champion Bayley defending against Naomi and Tiffany Stratton. This is going to be a good match. They're all really good. Naomi and Tiffany are very like acrobatic and athletic, so they're going to be doing a lot of like, you'll see Naomi with her split leg moonsaults, Tiffany with her moonsaults. But I think because Bayley just won the title, Bayley's going to retain. I have a feeling Nia Jax might show up and make her presence felt a little bit like she did last week on SmackDown.
Yeah, they said she's going after Bayley.
But I think they're going to have a great match. I'm looking forward to this one, but I think Bayley's going to walk out. And what do you think?
I also went with Bayley. Now, if it wasn't Bayley, who do you think?
What do you mean?
Between Naomi and Tiff.
That's hard. I think right now Tiffany, because everyone loves her so much, but Naomi was a former TNA Knockouts champion.
Yeah, it would be a mistake to give it to Tiffany already.
Yeah, they need her to build up a bit more. So yes, we both think Bayley's going to win. So far, we agree on everything. Next up, we have the WWE World Championship on the line. The newly crowned world champion, and you call him the bisexual Undertaker, Damian Priest, defending against Jey Uso. Jey Uso won an opportunity to fight Damian Priest in a fatal, and I think it was like a fatal four-way gauntlet, fatal four-way match. On Raw, these seven talking shit back and forth to each other, saying that I'm better than you. You know, we both came in at not the same time.
This is the only match I'm a little unsure about.
Really?
Because I know you don't think that. I don't know though. They really like Jey, and I could see it, but I don't think they're going to take the title off Damian just yet. I don't think he's going to have a long run, but yeah,
Damian's going to get the win here. I think
it wouldn't be a total shocker if Jey got it, but we'll see.
Jey hasn't done anything yet. Neither did Damian, but at least he had the briefcase. That's all. Like, that's the reason why he's champion.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we both think Damian Priest. All right, main event, WWE Undisputed Championship. The champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, against a phenomenal AJ Styles. They've never fought before. Two Georgia guys going at it. Who do you think is leaving Backlash champ? They talk a lot.
Definitely Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, I agree. I think they're going to have a really good match, but Cody needs a win too.
If Cody lost, though, that would be so dumb.
Yeah.
After everything he just went through.
Yeah, he's not.
It was for sure be a shocker, but
he might. I don't think he was going to screw AJ over. I was going to say he might lose by like disqualification, but no, I think he's going to get a definitive victory over AJ tonight.
Yeah, I can't really see anybody getting involved because the only person that doesn't like AJ Styles right now is LA Knight. He's
not even on the guard. It's probably not even there.
Yeah. So.
All right. So, which match are you looking forward to, and which match are you least looking forward to?
Okay. Most looking forward to the women's triple threat and the bloodline.
Mm-hmm.
Least looking forward to it's kind of a tie-up between the Priest match and the Cody match.
Really? I was gonna say Bloodline, Tiffany, and the Cody. I'm looking forward to. because I'm excited because they've never fought before, and I think they're gonna pull
Yeah,
off
actually,
new
they
things.
will. So I think Damian Priest and Jey Uso.
That's the one that I'm. Not that
And
they're
it
gonna have a
could be
bad
a
match.
good match, but like Jey Uso's matches are
The
not
same.
very long. I don't
Uh,
think they're the same, but they're just not very long. Like he said at WrestleMania, I watched an interview with him after WrestleMania, and he even said like he said that he feels like he let his fans down with the match because they cut the time limit for that match, and he was like, it was like our dream match for us to fight together, and we have all these plans. He's like, and they gave us like 6 or 7 minutes. So I mean, it's not his fault, but
and it's true, there are like producers and agents, but like it's just like my thing with it though is that like they didn't really do a match. It was more of just them super kicking each other, and then it was just like, okay, maybe they'll fight again before they have.
it was almost like who could endure more.
Yeah,
It wasn't a battle.
it should have been a bit.
That's the word. It wasn't a
It wasn't
battle.
a battle, and the thing is, if they were gonna do that, they should have made them fight longer. Like, don't do that part of the match and say we're gonna take that out because it's like you guys are enduring that for like what 5 minutes, and you're done. If it was like a 15-minute match, and at the end they're doing the super kick, you're like, okay, damn, they just went at it, but they did it after like 5 minutes, and
Yeah, and it would have been cool to see like Rikishi either as the like special enforcer for the match, or for him to come out and be like stop, or like they could have made it so dramatic and good.
yeah. Let's go over the card again. We think we're gonna have new women's tag team champions with Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. We think the Bloodline is going to be Kevin Owens and Randy Orton with a returning or with a new member joining, hopefully. We both think Bayley is going to win the triple threat match against Tiffany Stratton and Naomi. We both agree that Damian Priest is going to be Jey Uso. And we think Cody is going to be AJ. So we have no different opinions. So you're probably going to retain your title, sir.
Well, if you get everything right, we're co-champions.
Oh, I like that idea. So with that, that is our prediction special. Backlash is coming live from Lyon, France.
We turned to tag team champions.
We become tag team. That's awesome. I like that. Backlash is live in Lyon, France, 1 p.m. Eastern time. The kickoff show starts at 12 o'clock p.m. Well, 12 p.m. Eastern time. I don't know what it is all over the globe, so I'm not going to say it.
But we have to run to our local bodega for wrestling snacks.
Wrestling snacks, yeah. So with that, it's going to be a good show live in France. I think this is the first ever pay-per-view from France, so that's going to be exciting. The crowd was hot last night.
I think it is the first paper.
It's going to be a good show. So with
the crowd is really good. It just sucks because we don't know what they're saying.
We don't know what they're saying. But they're
I know a little bit from high school French, but
high school French. With that, stay safe and enjoy Backlash 2024.